Welcome to this broadcast of Healdsburg High School Greyhound basketball, where tonight the Greyhounds take on St. Vincent de Paul High School. The Mustangs taking on the Greyhounds. The Greyhounds definitely looking for a bounce-back win after a tough loss last time out. So we will see what they are able to do here on this Thursday evening. For Healdsburg, starting Itzel Ortiz, Haley Webb, Maddie Wagner, Teresa Helfinch, and Gracie Barker. And underway, after a missed shot, back comes Ortiz. And she had a lot of points in the last meeting. An offensive rebound somehow got back up by Webb, no good. Rebounded by Helfinch and off of the Mustangs, so it'll stay on this end. It was an unfortunate bounce off of the opponent's foot last time, as Helfinch unable to get it back over the rim, and the Mustangs will have their second possession of the game. So both teams getting their bearings a little bit. That shot doesn't go. And back comes Webb. So Ortiz all alone, up and in for the first points of the game. It's Ortiz. She scored just under 20 last time. They're going to need that and more. Will take an entire team effort to defeat this Mustang team. As we'll have a travel. For the Mustangs, coached by Dana DeLisi, we'll get the starters on the floor momentarily, as Ortiz tried to find Wagner, but that was broken up. Some good defense there. And off of the hands of the Mustang and into the hands of Maddie Wagner, and she will find a teammate. And Helfinch is all alone, and she gets fouled, so she'll go to the line and earn two. As I mentioned, Dana Dulcini coaches the Mustangs. On the floor, Rebecca Russell, Abby Carville, Maddie Badaglia, as the first one is missed. Gabby Tarantino and Sophia Romano for the Mustangs. Second one drops in. 3-0 Healdsburg with the advantage. Both teams a little scrappy to begin. Three-point shot. Long rebound. Out of bounds. And they're going to say deflected by Healdsburg. So the Mustangs will keep it. A foul, as there was a jockeying for position. And they'll say that it is Hound's ball as the ball went out of bounds. So Ortiz will run point. Long three, a little bit of a wild shot. That one doesn't go. Haley Webb with that one. Healdsburg will get another chance, and now the referees switch the call, and they say that it was off of Healdsburg. Emmy Izetta into the game for the first time. Nice defense by Ortiz. Picked up, though. And they're going to say reach before the shot. And Haley Webb will pick up the foul. Matt Fowler with you, broadcasting tonight's game between the Mustangs and the Greyhounds. As out of the pack with it is Webb. Webb up to Wagner. She'll lay it up and in. That's one of the few easy baskets Healdsburg's got tonight. And they have a 5-0 lead with just over 2.5 gone by in the first quarter. For the Mustangs, they have to get some easy baskets. Good suffocating defense from Healdsburg. Inside up and a foul as Rebecca Russell couldn't quite get it to go, but she'll earn herself 2 free throws. She plays at guard and forward, senior. She has a chance to get the Mustangs on the board. First one no good. Want to remind you that HHS Digital Video will have all the broadcasts of the boys and the girls games for Healdsburg High School. Tune in on Facebook and YouTube for all the action. Easy layup missed by Webb. Helfinch couldn't quite save it, and the ball will go back to the Mustangs. And now, did they say that it was last touch by a Mustang? Evidently they did. Webb will inbound. Somehow able to get it was Helfinch, but a jump ball, and they will say the arrow goes to the Mustangs. So 5-0 early, as the Mustangs have not been able to find the bottom of the net, and that's a steal by Ortiz, and that'll be the easiest bucket of the night. No! But she gets her own rebound, puts it back up and out, but she'll draw the foul and get 2 more free throws. And again, we said it before, she is the glue. She is the engine that makes this team go. First free throw rims out. So Steve Sarkiki and company have to be happy with what they're seeing early, and that is just a gift giveaway, as Izetta couldn't quite handle it on the side and off the hands. So the game very stagnant at this point. We'll see if Healdsburg can capitalize. Webb just jacks up a 3, and that won't go, but it ricochets around to Wagner. She is spilled, but she will get 2 free throws. And Sophia Romano is the guilty party on that foul. The center. First free throw by Wagner is no good, and both teams have struggled at the free throw line as of late. When you have nearly 4 minutes gone by and 5 points have been scored total, that's an indication that there's been either good defense or a lot of missed shots. In this case, a little bit of both. Shot, we'll call that a pass, but Wagner wrestles it away, and she'll push for the Greyhounds. Back up to Webb, and now she'll set up the offense. Three-point shot. Missed corner threes normally results in layups. Good getting back by Healdsburg on defense. Offensive rebound put back up and in by Sophia Romano for the first points for the Mustangs. 5-2 with 5 minutes, nearly 5 minutes gone by in this first quarter. Ortiz thought about that 3. Nice defense. She splits the defender, goes up and lays it in. It's Ortiz doing everything in the early going. 7-2. Healdsburg leads. Emily Itza will set up the offense for the Mustangs. Little stop and pop shot. No good. And back comes Healdsburg as Russell couldn't hit it for the Mustangs. It's a 3. No good. Offensive rebound. And yes, able to save it. And ball bounces around into the hands of Ortiz. She can't get it to go. Gets a second chance opportunity, however. And Wagner's leaking out. Nobody found her, but she couldn't quite hit the layup. Scramble for the ball, and Romano has it for the Mustangs. Izetta will bring it up with just over 2 minutes remaining in the quarter. Romano has her pass stolen by Webb. Haley Webb tries to go up, couldn't get contact. But then out of bounds, and they're going to say deflected by the Hounds, so it will go back to the Mustangs. So normally if you score 2 points in 6 minutes, you're down by a lot, but this Mustangs team has been able to weather the storm from Healdsburg, finds themselves only down by 5. Romano couldn't quite get that assist. And Ortiz will try to extend the Healdsburg lead. She's got it now. Nice give and go to Webb, but a nice block by Romano. And back with it is Izetta. And there's a foul on Healdsburg. We haven't had a timeout yet. We're nearly through the entire first quarter, and now they're going to say that that was a turnover. Couldn't quite see from the vantage point where we're at, but trust the officials in the striped shirts. And Healdsburg gives it right back. But then an alert play, stolen up and out. But Maddie Wagner, alert, gets the second chance opportunity. The give and go, up and no good. She's fouled though, and she'll get to the line. It was Emily Dunkel that initially had that scramble play for the steal, but Wagner was able to give it up and then get it back, get herself to the line. Seven to 2, 53.9 remaining. Able to hit 1 out of 2. Healdsburg has a 6-point lead. Izetta looking and active hands. Dunkel, she's got it. And the easiest basket of the night comes courtesy of a fast break. 10 to 2 to open the first quarter. Healdsburg's up by 8. And Ortiz with a steal, another easy basket. Itzel Ortiz gives Healdsburg a 10-point lead. And right now, looks like Dana Dulcini wants to talk it over for the last play of the quarter. Healdsburg, after starting very slow by both teams, they've jumped out to a 10-point advantage. 20.3 remaining in the quarter. Again, Matt Fowler alongside with HHS Digital Video, giving everybody the chance to check out both the girls and boys squads throughout the entire season. We'll have all the games for you on both Facebook and YouTube. Check it out. Happy to give everybody a chance, especially during these COVID times, to safely watch their favorite teams. Izetta with 12. And they're going to say deflected. So the Mustangs will have the last shot at 7. And deflected. And this time they're going to say out of bounds. And Healdsburg will have the last shot with 7.1 remaining. So Webb at 4. At 3, Webb throws it up, and she'll get herself to the line. That's very, very smart by Haley Webb. She knew she was going to get contact. She knew the clock was running down, so she said, let me just throw this up, get the whistle, get 2 free throws. Very smart play. Able to hit the first. And able to cash in the second. So that'll do it for the first quarter with the score 14-2. Healdsburg up by 12. And we'll take a break and we'll be right back with the start of the second quarter. Hounds leading by a score of 14-2. As both teams started off slow, but the Hounds were able to turn up the defense and the offense. Both ends of the floor working, and they find themselves up by 12. So Ortiz will run the point, and she gives it up, gets it back, and gets fouled. Takes a tumble, gets back up. She's laughing. She is having a good time. And these team fouls are recorded by half, so Healdsburg's already in the bonus, so this is a 1-and-1. She makes the first, she'll get the right to attempt a second. And she does. Shoot 7 through 9, and then on the 10th team foul, you automatically shoot 2. 1 out of 2. Nice offensive rebound, though, by Heldfrench. And Healdsburg will get a chance for the 3-point play the old-fashioned way. No. And a scramble for the ball ends up in the hands of Dunkel. She'll take a 3. No good. And back comes Gaddis and company. Three-point shot up and no good. And they're going to call a foul. No whistle. And Heldfrench able to get it. A little bit of cherry picking there, but that's what you can do if you suspect that there's going to be a fast break. 17-2. Healdsburg leading by 15 points. And another steal by Ortiz. And she'll lay it up and in off the glass. It's Ortiz making her presence known and putting Healdsburg up by a score of 19-2. When you allow 2 points through the first 9.5 minutes of a high school game, you have done your job. Matt Fowler alongside everybody here with HHS Digital Video. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. It's a great privilege to be able to bring you these games to the comfort of your smartphone, home computer, or tablet. Happy to do it. Another Healdsburg has done is draw fouls and get themselves into the bonus. I mean, if you do that and every whistle is free throws, either 1-on-1 or 2 shots, that's an easy way to rack up points with nobody defending you. So Maddie Battaglia will run the point for the Mustangs. They need some sort of an answer, and her layup won't go. And they say off of Healdsburg, so a fresh shot clock, a fresh 30 seconds for the Mustangs. And now they say a foul on Healdsburg. And if you're the Mustangs, maybe that's your strategy. Maybe try to draw fouls and get to the line. Off the glass, offensive rebound, no good. Fight for the ball. Offensive rebound, back up and in. Couldn't quite see from the vantage point who got that one. But that cuts the lead to 15, 19-4. As any bucket will be beneficial for the Mustangs at this stage of the game. Dunkel tries the layup, blocked, gets her own rebound. Can't get the second chance opportunity. The ball squirts out though to Ortiz for 3, no good. And 3 Mustangs around it, but somehow ends up in the hands of Ortiz. Third shot, no. Fourth opportunity for Dunkel. And Haley Webb gets it back to Ortiz and throws it, and good active hands in the passing lane by Rios. And back come the Mustangs. But Dunkel steals it right back. Good alert play, and she'll lay it up and in. And that's got to be pretty demoralizing if you're Dana Dulcini and company. So 17-point lead for Healdsburg, led by Itzel Ortiz. And Battaglia's shot is blocked, ends up in the hands of a teammate, and there is a foul on Barker. And so at the line is Gabby Tarantino. First one, no good. This has got to be feeling pretty good for the Healdsburg Greyhounds, because after the tough, controversial loss to Justin Sienna, they are well in control of this one. But we do have a whole 20 minutes left of basketball, so we'll see what happens. But it's looking pretty good for the Greyhounds as of now. Nice cut by Dunkel, lays it up and in. And Ortiz and Dunkel on the same page on that one. Inside, outside. Shot. Rims out. Rebound. Who's got it? And it's Ortiz. Tried to get it to Webb, and she overthrew it. That's one of the few mistakes she's made tonight. So 4 minutes remaining in the half. And they're going to say that Battaglia was held. That's why that pass was intercepted. She's generally good with her passes. Mustangs trying to get something easy. That is not an easy shot, and it is taken by Barker. But nice active hands by the Mustangs. They get the chance for a fast break into the backcourt. Who can run it down, and it will stay with Healdsburg. So a nice play by Emily Dunkel, able to get the hustle and earn her team a extra possession. And Helfrich, right time, right place. Just got it over all the defenders, able to get an easy one. Teresa Helfrich making her presence known. And another steal by Dunkel. Emily Dunkel is really asserting herself, and she'll get to the line for another couple of free throws as the lead now balloons to 21 points. And if you're Dana Dulcini, what can you do to slow down this Healdsburg offense? Seems like they can only rely on Healdsburg to beat themselves at this point, which doesn't look like it's going to happen anytime soon. 26-4. 22-point lead for Healdsburg. That pass was telegraphed. Ortiz was ready for it, and she'll lay it up and out. Offensive rebound by Webb, and she puts it back up and in. Right place, right time. Haley Webb just showing exactly what she's there for. And whether you need her to be on the offensive end or defensively, she can do it all. She brings it up right now. An easy lay-in for Helfrich, and Dulcini is not happy with that. And with that, we'll get a timeout. And we'll be back right after this with a 30-second break. .26 lead for the Healdsburg Greyhounds as they started off slow but have since kept the foot on the gas and not really allowed the Mustangs to get in any sort of rhythm. Somehow that pass ricochets to a Mustang, and that shot did not hit rim, so no reset of the shot clock. And Rebecca Russell will get hacked and head to the line. Rare opportunity to put some points on the board for the Mustangs. .25 lead for Healdsburg as they have executed on all ends of the floor, whether it be offensively, defensively. There is not any leaks in the boat tonight for the Greyhounds. Ortiz. So Webb back to Ortiz. She knew exactly where that was going, but that is a nice block, and she gets up. She seems to be okay. And back down the other end. Now she's back in the action. And Mustangs tried to take advantage with a 5-on-4 there. Couldn't quite do it, as that was a rare opportunity that was missed. 7 to shoot. They have to do something. At 3, they throw it up. It doesn't hit iron. And Webb with the rebound off the air ball to Dunkel. Can she get the lay-in? Yes, she can. And everything going right for the Greyhounds. With a minute and 10 seconds remaining, they lead by 26. Again, it's Ortiz with her hands in the passing lane, and she earns her team another possession. And what do you say if you're Dana Dulcini at halftime? I mean, this is just a performance where you're just overmatched. Ortiz, easiest bucket of the night. Extends the lead to 28. Ooh, and Maddie Wagner just spilled, and she's okay. Looked a little bit worse than it actually was. But that'll be free throws on this, and that's a 1-and-1 because the Hounds are in the bonus. And Maddie's smiling on her way to the free throw line. She's all right. She completes the first one. And the Mustangs didn't realize that it was 1-for-1. They thought they were going the other way. .38 seconds remaining. And it's Ortiz somehow gets the rebound. And it's going to be a jump ball, which is in the possession of Healdsburg. So in a 29-point game, Itzel Ortiz is diving on the ground to get an extra possession. And that's what you want to see if you're Steve Zarkicki. And Webb gets it, tries to get an extra possession, ends up in the hands of Wagner, though. They have plenty of time. They need to realize that. And there's a foul on Rebecca Russell, and that'll be 2 free throws, as they're now in the double bonus. So you could not have scripted a better half if you're Steve Zarkicki and company. So Wagner hits them both. 31-point lead. And if you allow under 10 points in 60 minutes of basketball, I don't care what level you're at, that is very impressive. Knocked out of bounds, it'll remain Mustang ball. .15 to shoot. And Ortiz with the steal with 8. At 6, Dunkel, layup, no good, but a foul, and she'll have the chance to earn more points for the Greyhounds. .1 left. And she didn't mean to bank that in, but sometimes that's just what happens. When you're up by 32 points, good things tend to occur. Misses the second one, but Dunkel gets another rebound. And are they going to say she fouled before she was able to gain possession? They will say that. And so a 1-for-1, 1-and-1 for the Mustangs. So Abby Carvajal can't get the first one to go, and they're going to say that it didn't hit the rim. And so with .7, Healdsburg has it, and that'll end the half with the score 38-6. Healdsburg leading by 32 points. We'll be back right after this with some halftime stats and some analysis for HHS Digital Video. Welcome back to halftime at the campus of Healdsburg High School, where the Hounds lead by a score of 38-6. That's right, you heard me right, 38-6. Itzler Ortiz led the Hounds with 11, and Emily Dunkel with 10 to put the other 17 points spread out among their teammates. And with that, if you're Steve Zarkiki and company, you just have to keep doing what you're doing, and you have to take every possession. You can't take any possessions off, and this is kind of a learning experience where you know you're probably going to win the game, and it's more about getting the fundamentals down so that when you're in a closer game, you can operate with a little bit more crispness, because there definitely has been a few possessions that were a little bit sloppy and definitely need some improvement, but that's a good problem to say that you can work on during an actual game when you're up by 32 points. So with that, we'll take a short break and be back with the third quarter on the way. We'll see what type of energy both these teams come out with, because when you're in a game like this and it's a 32-point game, the team that is behind can have a sluggish approach, or they can come out with urgency, and actually being up by 32 points isn't necessarily always the best thing, because the team that has the big lead can relax a little bit, as right off the bat, Sophia Romano will get to the line to try and cut into this seemingly insurmountable deficit. Sophia Romano plays at center and forward. She's a sophomore. Can't cash in either of those. And Ortiz will bring it back, and she gets it to Webb. Wagner thought about the three. Instead, she wants to drive it. Finds Ortiz. Her three-point shot off the rim. Rebounded by Russell. Battaglia thought about the three, instead opted to pass for a teammate. Now Russell has it. What does she want to do? Her layup, no good. Gets her own rebound, though. And the ball squirts out back to Tarantino. Russell, three, good. And that is a rare three-pointer, the first three-pointer for the Mustangs. 38-9 the score. Wagner, three, no good. Out of bounds. Missed corner threes either result in dunks, layups, or at the very least, a change of possession. Russell thought about that three, instead gets it back to Romano. Now back to Russell. And she loses it as Webb had active hands, and then Russell pours a little salt in the wound by fouling Webb. Russell getting some advice on the sideline. And Wagner Webb thought about that three, instead throws it up. Bounces right into the hands of Barker. Now a mad scramble for the ball, and it's picked up by the Mustangs. Russell three, no. Rebounded by Wagner. Wagner drives up, no good, but she'll get 2 free throws for the Greyhounds. And you like to see this, even though you're up by 29 points. Like to see the grit, the hustle, the athleticism. First one good. Maddie Wagner provided some play-by-play commentary on the boys' game last week. We'll see if we can arrange that, as she did a very good job. Ortiz got the offensive rebound, steps back and just hits a three, no big deal. And she adds to her point total, now with 14. Russell spins out of control, able to lay it in. That was an acrobatic layup by Rebecca Russell. Webb the other way. Ortiz thought about that three. Steps around, fires, no good. Nearly a travel. Healdsburg bench was calling for it, but now 3-point shot by Carvajal. No good, and back come the Greyhounds up by 31. Long pass. Nobody was guarding Barker. Somebody missed an assignment on that one. Bethany Barker able to get that one. Excuse me, Gracie Barker able to get that one to go. Layup no good. Rebounded though. Offensively back out. Russell three good. That's her second three. And she's got to be thinking, and Coach Delsini's got to be thinking, where was that kind of shooting in the first half? And nice active hands. Stolen. And Russell has it again. Is she going to go 3 for 3? She instead gets it over to Battaglia, whose shot rims out. Haley Webb content to bring it up. Gets it back. Somehow gets it to Barker, but Russell comes away with it. And after a mad scramble, the Mustangs have it. Battaglia to Romano. Now back to Russell. And stolen. And ooh. Helfrich did not want to let that ball go. And you like to see that with a 30-point lead. 3-point shot by Ortiz. No good. Offensive rebound, though, by Barker in the hands of Wagner. And are they going to call a foul? Looks like they're going to call Mustang ball as it went out of bounds. With 3 minutes left, Hounds leading by an even 30 points. So Battaglia it just seems like everything the Hounds are doing defensively are just really bothering the Mustangs. Tries for the give and go, but suffocating defense. Battaglia now has it with 3 to shoot. She's got to do something at 1. She's not going to get a shot off. That's a shot clock violation. The first shot clock violation of the game. And if you need a microcosm of how the evening has been for the Mustangs, there it is. Ortiz. Dunkel, three, good! Everything going right for the Healdsburg Greyhounds, up by 33 points with 2 minutes remaining in the third. It's Ortiz, just active hands everywhere. Battaglia, her shot banks in. She didn't call bank, but she'll take that. As even though it's a 30-point lead, the shooting for the Mustangs has definitely come to life in the second half. Webb, three, no good. Rebounded. Who's got it? Jump ball, and that will be Hounds basketball, and that's what you have to do. Up by 30, still diving on the floor for loose balls. Ortiz, turnaround shot, no. Rebounded. Webb tried to save it, couldn't do it. And a steal, and ooh. That is a tough collision. It was Carvajal and Webb who collided, it looked like. Looks like everybody's okay. All alone is Maddie in the corner, and she drills the three. Maddie Wagner making her presence known. 50-17. 33-point lead for the Hounds. Ortiz nearly had the strip. Battaglia, her shot no good. It ends up in the hands of a Mustang. Battaglia, right place, right time, but can't quite get the layup to go. Wagner's on the ground with it. It's going to be a jump ball, and it's going to stay on this end with the Mustangs. Only 6 to shoot, though. They have to be aware of that. And clock's not running. Somebody has to run the clock. Now it does. Ortiz on the other end. She'll lay it up and in. That's an unfortunate sequence because that's a little bit of a clock malfunction, and the Mustangs were a little bit stagnant getting back because of it. But as it stands, 35-point lead as Helfrich gets the rebound up to Ortiz. Another layup, that's good. And now it is just a completely dominant performance by the Greyhounds. We'll see if Battaglia and company will hold for one. That shot no good. So the Hounds have 10 seconds with Webb at 8. Helfrich, as the quarter expires, right place, right time. 56-17. That is not a mistake. 56-17 is your score as we end the third quarter. And we will go to the fourth with the Healdsburg Greyhounds up by 39 points. (56-17). Healdsburg leading by 39 points. As Steve Sarkiki and company have this one comfortably in hand as we start the fourth. diving on the ground. Trying to get it is Brenna Scott. First time we've called her name this evening. And somebody needs to run the clock. And now it has started. Healdsburg will get that one. Dunkel will bring it up. She'll run the point. She's been very good this game. She's really been anywhere where she's needed, as a rare miscue by the Hounds. Well, Bethany Barker couldn't quite catch that one. And Dunkel will be the guilty party as Battaglia gets fouled. And Dunkel, again, the guilty party. So that's her second. I want to remind you that we have all of the action for both the boys and girls teams for Healdsburg High School streaming on both Facebook and YouTube. And we'll have anything that you could want as 2 to shoot. And that's a shot clock violation, is another good suffocating defensive possession for Healdsburg. Dunkel will bring it up. .15 to shoot. Dunkel, three-pointer, in and out. Couldn't quite get it back in. And rebounded by Romano. Battaglia, good defense by Dunkel. Somehow able to keep it in bounds, and now Romano couldn't handle it, and it will go back to Healdsburg. Dunkel gets it over, three-point shot. That one goes down for Bethany Barker here at the first points of the night. The crowd really appreciates that. 42-point lead. Romano to Gaddis. Back to Romano. Active hands in the passing lane. And Dunkel, can she lay it in? No, she can't, but she'll get herself to the line as she tumbles to the floor and gets right back up. .59-17, chance to crack 60 points. And evidently, once we hit over 40, there's a running clock. That has to be the case. Either that or somebody has a quick trigger finger on the scoreboard, but I would suspect it's a running clock. Romano, her easiest shot of the night won't go down. Greyhounds, three-point shot. No good by Barker. Rebounded by Scott. Her shot, no good. So both teams missing some wide open shots late in this one. They had two chances. Romano gets the eventual rebound. And Russell, they're going to call a foul on Barker, Bethany Barker. They're going to call it block. As we tick down to under 4 remaining. Russell wasn't too happy about that. She gets it back. Her shot, no good. Offensive rebound into the hands now of Barker. And she'll stop at the 3-point line. No good. But Dunkel ends up with it. And another shot does not go down for Brenna Scott. So the shot clock does not run. The game clock does. Nearly a foul. Instead, throws up a shot. Doesn't go. Dunkel with it. She backs up and will shoot a 3 and will hit it. That one has got to be the play of the night. She's backing up. She doesn't have her feet under her, and she just throws it up and hits nothing but net to give the Greyhounds a 46-point lead. This has got to feel good after the missed call on Justin Sienna. And Russell will get herself to the line as we will tick down to under 2.5 remaining. We're going to take a look at what's upcoming for the schedule for both the boys and the girls teams. As Healdsburg will get possession, I want to remind you that we'll have the girls' game on Tuesday against Maria Carrillo, the boys' game on Wednesday against Marin Catholic. The girls' game on the boys' game on the 19th, girls' game on the 20th, and that week of the 19th there's a lot of games, so we'll update the schedule for you. But if Steve Sarkiki's team plays like this, they can expect to do very well this year. That's definitely a travel, and eventually it does get called. So we tick down to just over a minute remaining in this one. Dunkel dribbles into a 3, can't get it to go. Offensive rebound, put back up and in by Barker. And so there will be a 30-second timeout. And what this is, just going to get some substitutions in. And they did begin to run the clock, but now they do stop it. (65-17). I believe the only drama left is, will the Hounds win this one by a margin of 50? (65-17). So maybe that's a little extra motivation for the squad in white. Because they will most likely have to shoot it one more time if the Mustangs take a quick shot. And they do. Rebounded. But now, Mustangs with another chance. Russell can't get that one to go. Scramble for it. And gotta admit, you got to like the hustle by both teams, as it's going to be the Mustangs' ball to most likely close this one out. And the clock is running, so they'll most likely get one more shot at 10. At 7, and that's going to do it as it's out of bounds to the Greyhounds. And your final score will be 65-17 as they win it by a margin of 48 points, led by Itzel Ortiz and Emily Dunkel and company. A complete team effort tonight by the Healdsburg Greyhounds as they defeat the St. Vincent de Paul Mustangs by a score of 63-17. Now for everybody with HHS Digital Video, this is Matt Fowler signing off. For John Chevalier and crew, thank you for tuning in, and we will see you next time.